Okay. As well do Adrenaline Rush. Love the support moves in this game. That part, very well done. I've already said that, obviously, but still. Also, the environmental detail for these fights. Though, I'm noticing it's the exact same background for every fight.
Oh, for all the fight scenes.
Yeah. I really wish they'd actually take the room we were in and just...
lay it out. The problem is they'd be flying over tables.
Well, yeah, I was going to say just make the clutter disappear for the fight. Because that makes a little bit... It doesn't really make that much sense, but it works. Better than just seeing the same thing over and over again. But we're probably also not going to be in this... we're not going to be here that often. Like, we're probably going to be done with this area within the next 10 minutes and never come back. So hopefully it'll be a totally new, like, tile set that we won't have to think about again. I just know if we ever get to the point where we, like, have a really long dungeon, it's going to be the exact same background thing for a while. And that always kind of sucks.
Wait, so are the new people...
New people what, who?
On Twitch? They're saying that a lot of channels are down? Yeah.
Fair enough. So it seems like today is a bad Twitch day. Well, that's okay. For Twitch and YouTube and stuff, I'm always kind of glad that I don't have all of my eggs in one basket. Though I technically all of my eggs are in YouTube's basket, and the other things are just kind of there. But nothing would bother me more than being unable to work for a day. Because of technical problems and stuff. Like, I guess what's a good example? I guess really, like, if there was a day like today with Twitch, and, you know, I was planning on doing an all-day stream, and I couldn't, that would be really frustrating.
Huh, wait, so there's no
But yeah, there's an
eggs
exit.
outside this room?
Yeah, it's just kind of dark. But now we're on the other side, because there's no stairs here.
Well, you have cogs. Hey, that means that you have something to open, right?
Has anybody leveled up yet? No. I'm glad it shows me that I have X amount of TP right off the bat. Can I get in here?
Ooh. Wait, that looks like a nice room. Why did you get out?
I was gonna check to see if there are other little rooms
doors?
like this. Yeah. So I can kind of go down progressively. But looks like this is the first room to explore. Kisses of Liss. Look at how there's just this, like, pseudo... I've seen this shape repeated a couple of times. I think it's dirty laundry over and over again. This actually looks like...
You already got the chest in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it had 2 Kisses of Liss in it. Let's see. Though I think, honestly, if I were these pirates, I probably... Oh, use. Oh, it's a shortcut.
Haha.
Nart is strong. I think if I were the pirates, I'd be working on trying to fix this place up a little bit more than just, you know, trying to live in a flooded, like a flooded manor. That'd suck.
Well, they're pirates. I mean...
I guess, but, like, you can't imagine it would be comfortable to have, like, your secret base slowly deteriorating underneath you. Like, that's not exactly forward thinking, if you ask me.
Many of them probably don't have the background that would allow them to repair something of this magnitude.
Well, then kidnap some architects. Or better yet, like, I don't know. Mennonites.
What?
Or Amish. Amish people are great at erecting buildings.
I know that, but they don't have them in this universe. Also,
maybe
that's
they
very
do.
cruel.
You don't know.
Okay, so let's open the door.
Yeah, so we needed the cogs from that one chest to get in here.
Ooh, pretty tree. And there's a frog in a cage.
Who's probably the operator whatever dude. Do you save before this fight? Nah. We're fine. Turbo Pig to the rescue! Whoa, what is that? Great soil. I believe that's an armory spring. I've never seen one before. I just read about them.
That's the frogmire tree. Surely the reason why Varluk is here. Ooh.
I like how the lizard guy has chest hair.
Chest scales, you mean?
Sort of?
Throw down your weapons, Varluk.
Ah, the red-haired woman. I was expecting you earlier.
Take your warband and return to the rugged marshlands. Leave Frogmire to its custodian. Do this, and I will let you live. We'll get you down from there, frog boy.
Kick him in the nuts, Olia. Ah, you're in my swamps now, frail human. In my swamps. A druid chief does what he wants.
For money? Who hired you?
Enough talk. I'm starving.
Then eat my blade.
See, do I have to fight just Varluk? Nope. We've got Varluk plus his buddy.
Now, what is the buddy? Is he a shaman?
Yeah,
Is
he's
he
just a regular shaman. Oh, he's immune to blinding. Good stuff.
Well, remember, he's a boss.
It's true. It's just one of those where it's kind of frustrating to have this, like, this sizable status effect system that you spend a lot of time, relying on and using in combat.
Ooh, you'll really need to help out Nart, I mean.
Yeah. Are you serious? Okay, we're just gonna use a healing balm for this one. Apparently, I've got a ton of them, but you spend all this time working with the
to get those extra abilities, and then they're fruitless against bosses.
I always hate that in games where it's like, you know, half of your abilities are entirely centered around poisoning, blinding, stunning, bleeding, whatever.
Does poison and fire work on him, though?
Poison might.
I would think so, because those are they're damage over time.
Yeah.
So. Oh, whoa. And Nart's down.
Was not exactly banking on that. All right.
Well, you'll have to use a List's Kiss, right?
Yeah. We have healing balm pluses, which are actually kind of useful.
Ooh, nice.
And then Kiss of List. Yeah, I mean, they give us enough that it's definitely implied we're supposed to do this. Unfortunately, we lost the haste on him, which kind of sucks. Yeah, he hurts. Okay, back to Adrenaline Rush. I'm tempted to switch over to her counter stance. Yeah, let's try that, actually.
Okay. And that was barely anything, but she countered his attack.
Okay. That could be useful. Gonna have to throw a healing balm at her. So does she get abilities, or is she... Oh, no, she does get abilities. Okay.
Ooh, Amon's not doing well either.
I guess I'll just keep throwing healing balms at him. I'd love to use my,
super ability.
Okay, here we go. Taunt. Oh, interesting.
Maybe that brings all damage to her, so... Keeps it away from other party members.
Yeah, more or less.
Whoa.
Except for Dual Strike, which is frustrating.
Whoa.
But that's okay. A little bit of time. I'm going to haste Nart. Hopefully moves him up in the listings. Yes. Okay, good. I guess I'll keep taunting him.
Are you sure he still looked like he was aggroed on her?
It'll be fine. I don't know if he's necessarily aggroed on her, but there's not much I can do here.
Well, now he only has one ability.
It's fine.
And took out half the health she had left.
Yeah. It'll be okay. Now we can get regen on her. I really do hope we get one of our supers here. So we can't do... I guess we'll do Adrenaline Rush. Utility, Rest.
I like the multitude of creatures they have around here so far.
Yeah.
As in, you know, various sentient races. Fun.
All right.
I always find most games to be devoid of those. Probably because of the modeling you'd have to do.
Yeah, it usually takes a fair bit of effort to make a game like this. Uh-oh, she's going to go down.
Ooh. You could have let him attack someone else, though he may have attacked her regardless. And...
Balls.
Oh, no.
Oh, and I didn't save before this because I was super overconfident.
So how far back do we go?
Here?
Just entering?
Yeah, wow, that sucks. Okay. Last time I do that sort of thing.
Wait, there was a save stone right next to the room.
Yeah, I
We
didn't
could
think
have
about
done
it. I figured we'd probably be okay. But this game, I should not...
And it looks like all of your, you'll need to get all the chests again, won't you?
Oh yeah, everything I did, I have to redo. Duh. This is harder than I was expecting it would be, gonna be honest.
Still want to fight these mooks?
I probably should, yeah. Like, sadly, there's not much else I'm going to do there. It's weird. We keep running into these,
We keep running into this issue in Sesuna as well.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, I mean, there were at least 2 instances where you had done a considerable amount of
work, and I had to go back.
grinding and story and...
Yep, save early, save often. I mean, honestly, this isn't so bad. But still, yeah, save beforehand. I was just assuming it would be manageable now that we had three characters and stuff.
The frog stone right there.
Yeah, but the fact that the guy can take out like my entire party.
Well, he did what, 1 slash move that could target everyone?
Yeah, for full damage, which really rough, especially considering my only healer kind of sucks. I like Nart, but like he definitely can't actually heal to the extent that I'd like. I guess it wouldn't be a bad idea to try and get up to level 4 before fighting him. But I don't want to do like...
I don't think you can grind on that many guys.
I mean...
That doesn't sound right.
Your wording, not mine. I could grind. But the problem is, come on, I keep glancing blowing this guy. I think that's part of the other problem. Also, it's not worth it to be in taunt mode. It doesn't actually help.
That's only if she was considerably more beefy than the other characters.
It's not even if she was considerably more beefy, though. That's the problem. He still did all of his moves. He just focused all of his damage onto her.
Well, usually tactically that would be good if you want to leave other characters open to either attack or heal her.
Yeah, but considering how fast he was, he could just
he would nuke everyone else too, yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, he would nuke everybody else. And I wonder if we could actually save up these super moves. Like, save them up and go into the next fight with them. Yeah, it looks like the blue meter beneath their name is actually how the super move is charged. Okay, he's healing himself, but that's fine. Yeah, I wanted to maximize the amount of healing we could get there.
Great.
Okay. But yeah, no, the other reason why I don't want to do grinding is purely because I notice your commentary drops off whenever...
Oh, I know. That's just because going from one monster battle to the next...
Yeah, it's not your thing. We'll talk about other stuff. I've tried to lead into a couple of topics, and you're just sitting there being like, when's the battle going to be over so I can go back to plot?
Nah. You see, for me, I was drawn to playing video games as a child. I mean, I suppose I should start with the fact that my dad had one of the old Ataris. So, technically those games were devoid of story. I mean, you had Asteroids, which was just survive a bunch of hurling rocks that are barreling towards your ship. Oh, and if you accidentally get your ship to move off center, then you'd be flying around the screen. That was always very difficult. Space Invaders, Missile Command. Yeah. I actually read up a thing about Missile Command, and it was quite interesting about how the creator of the game...
Didn't he, like, legitimately believe that's where the Earth was going to go or something?
No. It was one of those things where he wanted to make a game that illustrates that war was never the answer, and that it would always lead to destruction. I mean, in Asteroids, inevitably you would probably get hit by an asteroid, but if you were that good, you could always survive. And Space Invaders, there was a definitive end. You destroy all the Space Invaders. And it wasn't a relentless horde that would never cease. In Missile Command, it was endless. And sometimes you had shielding. You had a number of cities you had to defend. But no matter what, you had to start making decisions as to whether or not you protect one city versus another. And just what you would intercept. Because the premise of the game was you had missiles coming down on, I think, 4 cities. I forget what the exact number was. And of course, when a city was completely demolished, I mean, it would slowly get taken out, each thing that hit it. But yeah, they branched too. It looked like lightning coming down from the top of the screen.
The one thing,
huh?
I was just gonna say this. I'd mentioned that the creator of Missile Command believed in it. No, I remember it now. The people that played Missile Command actually at the time hadn't had a whole lot of like experience with video games in general. Like they'd never really played.
Wait, so they
before.
thought it was like Ender's Game, where it was a real simulator?
Yeah, it was actually apparently such a like realistic experience for them that they earnestly believed it was a real thing and like had to I don't even remember.
That would be, I mean, imagine the people that first listened to War of the Worlds on broadcast. They just popped into it and thought it was real.
Yeah.
Like, what? This is going on here and there? That's in flames? What? But no.
I mean,
people were listening to the radio. It was a radio reading. Dramatization.
They didn't actually have anything there, and yeah, people were panicking, which I think was like totally unintentional. Like they kind of wanted to play it up that way, but they didn't actually think people would have this like visceral fear reaction that they did.
I mean, what I think using the radio as a means of entertainment was also a little foreign still. I mean, it tended to be for the news, right?
Yeah.
But,
like I think media entertainment for a while was kind of not even a thing. You had
you had to go to a concert to see a show.
Or like a theater. And like I'm sure maybe they were starting to get into music and stuff. But that was about it.
Mhm.
Let's see. Yeah. It's going to take a while before they hit the next level.
Okay, and save.
Yes, obviously. That was actually a lot faster than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it felt a lot faster. Did we miss anything?
I don't think so. Maybe I just didn't even... maybe I just didn't do...
Did you miss the main bedroom?
No, I got the main bedroom.
Okay.
That's where you get the key to get in here.
Okay, so we don't need to do this dialogue again because we've already
should
gone
be pretty
through
easy
it.
to
Blur, blur, blur,
switch
blur.
through as long as
Blur,
we don't
blur.
have all of these.
And then he'll be blah, 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 blah.
I'm evil.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Back to fighting.
Ah.
Okay. So we do have our super move loaded up. Let's take out the Drogo's Shaman and hopefully we... Glancing blows. So I do actually have my super move saved up here, but I don't think I want to do that. Okay. Let's see.
Now, do you lose your super move or do you keep it with you?
I apparently keep it with me. I'm
Okay.
going to save it, though, for after his first major attack, though. Let's see. Stab.
Yeah, so where was I? Yeah, I mean, pretty much after the Atari, I'd watched my father play the first Myst games. And then I think it was when I was 7 or 8 years old. That's when there was the special Star Wars Pod Racing Nintendo 64 bundle that gave you 2 controllers, the Nintendo 64 system, the Pod Racing game, and then I suppose at the time, I don't know if it was GameStop or Best Buy, wherever my mom had gotten it. Ooh, Nart needs to get revived.
Yeah.
There was a deal where you got a free Game Boy Pocket. So she got the Game Boy Pocket for me and Pokemon Blue. So that was sort of the initial start.
Oh, come on. For him going down, we lost the super move.
Yep, that's why I tend to use it rather than save it. I mean, it's nice to save it for...
But, like, we kind of didn't need it up until we needed it just now.
Yeah. Well, we learned. Oh.
Okay, can't blind him, and he has another move coming up, like, right next. Which is probably going to kill Nart anyway. That's the shitty part. We've only got a couple of healing moves. They all suck. Okay.
He definitely goes by the attack the healer. Is that because he's the front runner? Maybe you shouldn't have Nart as the front runner.
Yeah, he's not supposed to be. I think it's random, but it could be wrong.
Yeah. So, I mean, playing Ocarina of Time, the Pokemon games, much of the PC games that we had were Star Wars games. So it was Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, Knights of the Old Republic, and Knights of the Old Republic 2 and such. So I really enjoyed games with storytelling as a major component. So I know that you gripe at me for it, but I always thought that video games were an interactive medium where a novel you read and you enjoy the story in a way that you would a movie, but with a book, you can visualize things for yourself. Whereas a movie obviously provides you with that imagery. This provides you with the imagery and the narrative, but you're the one that controls the actions, though it's up for debate as to whether or not you have much for choice unless it's one of those really branching games like what you would experience with BioWare. Or, I mean, I haven't played any of the Skyrim games.
We kind of started.
Well, they're not called Skyrim, they're Elder Scrolls,
yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Ah, come on!
We're getting him. It's just slow and painful. We're more or less burning through all of our healing items because we don't have anything else that specifically works against this guy.
people like the Star Wars in chat. Yeah, we actually did a playthrough of Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, which I admit isn't the best Star Wars game ever made, but I really enjoyed it because you got to be, what was it? For female characters, you could be human, Zabrak, or Twi'lek. And then for males, you could be Rodian, Keldor, human. And it was actually interesting. You had a Keldor character in one of your Star Wars campaigns, right? For Dungeons and Dragons, sort of?
It was, shoot, I don't even remember what the name for it was, but it was like the D&D variant of Star Wars. And yeah, I played Keldor just because he was like the least human character.
I mean, they have those cool breather masks.
Yeah.
And I suppose most of them have some kind of force sensitivity as well, but what class did you play?
Come on.
Ouch.
We're gonna use a Kiss of Liss on him, and we're gonna get hit by...
Oh.
How did I know?
Ouchie, ouch, ouch.
It's really frustrating.
And I knew he was... Oh, man. Is there any way for you to...
This is why I'm kind of frustrated with this game.
Oh, okay. So she survived that one.
But yeah, but we're also out of the, like, big healing moves. Okay, good. He's hitting us with the Fire Blast, and
it missed.
Fired at the wrong person. I guess. We're definitely gonna have to do some, shopping after this.
Okay. Get him.
What? No, I'm not hitting him. I'm healing.
Oh, okay.
I've got enough healing bombs. I'd rather be full health because of that.
Yeah. Yeah, if you hadn't healed, you would have had at least one dead character. Ah, for goodness sake. And he seems to attack every other turn.
Yeah, he has...
And Nart's down.
He does half my health and damage. He does more than I can heal in one go. Alright, so I don't have a choice here, actually. We're out of res moves.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like, he's almost dead. It's just the problem is he has so many... Is he gonna dual strike?
Oh, are you gonna get him?
What?
Whoa!
What? 3 moves in a row?
He had an extra slash?
The fuck?
You could have gotten him.
I know, I
Granted,
was
you could
so
have
close.
Glanced or something. But
Alright, wait, what the fuck? Where am I? Well, I guess I'll fight this guy again. Let's...
it did save you there, right?
Yeah, it did. Interestingly enough, apparently the,
It doesn't save you precisely to the frog?
yeah, it doesn't.
Unless it was because you used quick save?
Maybe. I wish it actually would save you to the beginning of an area. So, like, when you die, you just go back to that. Or you could go back to the save point if you needed to go back further.
I would just have it, you know, save before the boss battle, and then you just start the boss battle again. Unless, no, that would trap you, because if you want to grind...
I had that happen in Final Fantasy X, and we actually had to start the entire game over.
Because
it was so bad.
Yeah, you couldn't progress.
We were stuck.
So you're gonna grind more, or what's
yeah, we're just gonna go through the manor. I'm gonna get everybody up to level 4. Because clearly, I guess they expected us to do some grinding in between here or something. Because this is not nearly as balanced as I was expecting it would be, and that kind of super sucks. Or mainly, I don't know exactly if I'm like playing this wrong or stuff. I have this problem whenever I'm playing games where like I'll get my ass whooped over and over again, and people will be like, I guess you've never probably had people say this to you, but the common phrase for the internet is "get good" or whatever, and kind of like kind of mocking you for being shitty at a game. It always like drives me a little bit nuts, because sometimes, yeah, I'm either like not doing things the right way.
I think we weren't. I mean, Chomper was passable, and sure, we need to heal up a couple of times, but he wasn't. He didn't combo like that guy did.
Yeah, like the perfect RPG is one where you never have to grind once, and every fight seems possible the moment you get into them without like costing you your entire wallet worth of items.
Mm-hmm.
Like
the fact that this is so item dependent is surprising.
Yeah, I'm kind of floored by that. I'm thinking like, oh yeah, we got a character with regen. That should be kind of enough as long as, you know, I'm making sure I'm using my healing correctly. But no, in this one, it's just like, man, your heals ain't shit in comparison to use items.
Part of it is they might want the loot that the characters drop to be vital in some way.
Yeah, but we're also so early in the game that we don't have the ability to, like, farm for items and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Definitely interesting. So what are your goals for
Level 4.
Level 4?
Yeah, because we actually have a fair amount of talent cards now.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what? Let me check. Might, armor, might. Like, we actually have some extra magic, resilience, and agility. Speaking of, this is precision, agility. Let's switch this out for magic. I love the fact that we can switch this out for min-maxing. That's a nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if we can actually like min-max these characters a little bit before we fight them again, this'll probably work out better for me.
Yeah, you might also want
to... Oh yeah, switch the party around.
Right,
good point.
Because right now he's the front runner, and that doesn't seem like the spot you would want your healer.
Usually games will tell you if that matters. But haven't actually seen anything about that. But yeah, I'll definitely make her the front runner for next time. Though, personally, I get the feeling that it won't matter. It's purely a like visual thing. The problem is it's not a whole lot of experience. Okay, pairs. Oh, if we do this, oh, that breaks the pair.
It does break their special ability. So keep him in the middle. Wait, did you rejuvenate the pairing, or no?
I think it'll work anyway. Oh, no.
He's further. So the pairing is the upper two.
It's the first two. Okay, so I'll switch it around.
That is very interesting.
That is very weird. Yeah, I've never seen that before. Well, I guess him being in the front isn't a bad thing either, because he's got adrenaline rush. See, Let's see if enemies primarily attack him.
I mean, they're taking their turns, but do they seem to attack him first? No, they are attacking her.
Yeah, I don't know. Hard to tell. I think they don't actually prioritize targets as purely a visual thing, slash useful for that
Hey,
pairing
but
system.
they're starting to bond a little bit.
Yeah, so they do have a combo ability that we could do. So that would be useful, and I'm kind of considering it just because the super regen is kind of nice.
That's the one that does multiple targets, though, right?
Yeah. The only problem is,
You were reserving it because you didn't need it for some
well,
characters.
actually, I was going to say the only problem is Nart does not live through fights as much as the other two, because the other two have points in armor, and Nart definitely does not. Okay, that was a little bit more EXP.
Nice. Looks like some of your characters are just a little tad away.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do this. Oh yeah, you can even see because there's a star between them. So maybe that implies we'll have 4 players, or 4 characters.
For pairings, or will it always just be someone in an off character? Maybe that does mean you could have 4. That would be very interesting.
Yeah.
But what's the maximum number of opponents we've ever fought? Hasn't it always
3.
been... Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no. Remember there were like 2 or 3 rats?
Oh yeah, we did
One-
actually have one where we had a ton of people. It'd actually be interesting if eventually we do have the full party of people. That'd probably be a bit of a mess though.
Yeah, I mean, they could balance it out by just having more powerful singular monsters as opposed to a bunch of smaller ones.
Yeah. Personally, I'd almost prefer to have the full party out just for tactical things, but very rarely do you run into an RPG setup like that. Hard to say. Okay, let's see if I can do something a little bit different. Nope. What I was hoping I could do is actually pull all 4 guys into this fight for the extra EXP multiplier. But no dice. Who's injured? I guess he is.
What? That... I mean, it seemed minuscule enough to me.
It does, but well, this is going to be a 3 group. So we're going to be taking some hits here. Yeah, I don't think they prioritize targets here. I think they just
something
hit
to
at
try out
random.
for the boss battle, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, it looks like their bond move is recharging pretty
Replenishing.
fast. So I'll definitely make sure that's charged before we go into the fight. And this time I'm just going to use it right off the bat. Instead of waiting. But yeah, mostly I'm just trying to keep my HP as high as possible. Come on, really? There we go.
Oh, it glands? Come on.
Well, I tried. Kinda works. There we go. I'd love to see the breakdown of like how to avoid this. I don't remember what game it was, but there was a game a little while back that actually did like a mathematical breakdown of your chances of like full attack, glancing blow, miss, and stuff like that. So you could kind of min-max your character's stats so you had mostly hits or like barely any glancing blows. That was worth a shot.
Neat. Critical.
But I don't remember which game that is.
Oh, so close. Well, you do have that one guy.
Yeah, so close for Amon. The real problem is, like, do we wait the rest of the way for Nart and Livia? Or Olia. My bad.
Ooh, wow.
There we go. 3.
There's more.
Let's see. I wonder if taunt would affect everybody.
I don't know. Or if it's a singular target.
Yeah. The other thing we could consider actually would be switching Amon from into gun stance.
We never tried that.
No, we haven't, and we probably should. Because I think he does more damage with his gun.
Oh, right, with the fire blast
Yeah.
and stuff. We don't know what kind of resistance the bosses had to that, though, did we?
No, we don't. They're just walloping me. The other problem is we also don't get any of my, like, cool moves in bullet form yet. Unless we do, and I just have to re-equip it to that section. I'd have to take a look at it. Okay. I was complimenting the music, but it is actually starting to get a little bit repetitive here.
It's because we've been playing the same
yeah, we've been here for at least half an hour, if not longer. Let's see, can't do anything. I guess we'll just rest.
So I suppose you grew up with probably more games, but of a different variety than I had.
Yeah, I mean, I never had an Atari. My first console was Game Boy Color, and immediately followed by an N64.
So you didn't even start with a Pocket.
No, my brother had a Pocket because he didn't care. But I got a Game Boy Color for some reason.
That means I got a Game Boy Pocket before you got a Game Boy Color because
Probably,
Color
yeah.
hadn't come out yet.
Yeah, yeah. So technically, well, okay. So the one caveat here is I've been playing video games since I was 3.
I've been playing video games since that age too, though mine were on the Atari.
Yeah, mine was on the PC. Like I've been a PC gamer for years.
I actually did start playing the PC. I mean, obviously watching over my dad's shoulder when Myst came out, so I would have been 3 or 4 then too.
Yeah, I was.
But then I think I actually started playing my first PC games. Granted, some of them were silly, like the Reader Rabbit and You're Going into First Grade. And those kind of games, if you're familiar with them. Funny adventures. A lot of, Putt Putt. Does anyone remember Putt Putt? Sort of the little purple car with the
No.
dog riding in the back seat. Those were point and click puzzle games. So I grew up with a ton of point and click puzzle games. Always finding patterns and shapes and helping there was a sea lion that needed water put into some kind of pen, and you had to push all these levers for it, and yeah, interesting. What other things can I think of that were really, really old? I didn't actually play that far into Math Blaster. I think that was something that you had excelled at.
Math Blaster? Yeah, I was good at Math Blaster.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're talking about Putt Putt. Yeah, I did Goes to the Moon and the Zoo. Those, I think, and the original. I think I did the original Putt Putt and then the Moon and the Zoo one.